duds off?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, these are the fantasy football duds. These are the guys, at least I'm going to stay away from the draft, and you're probably going to stay away from the draft unless they really fall pretty far. Unless everyone is staying away from the draft, and I can pick them up, 2 rounds beyond where they should have been. But these are my duds, starting with QBs. Phillip Rivers. He just lost Victor Brown.
Vincent Brown.
Vincent Brown.
Yeah.
Who's Victor Brown? I don't know either. And they lost Vincent Jackson. His best 2 wide receivers. I don't like Antonio Gates. And you'll hear a little bit more about that later, but he's getting old, and their passing game is not going to be as good as expected this year. So I'm staying away from Phillip Rivers. Unless he's there in 10th, 11th round or something like that, maybe I'll pick him up. And then Peyton Manning. I know he just had 2 touchdowns today, 3rd preseason game. Hey, man, he takes 1 shot, and the neck's a problem. Staying away. Stay away from Peyton Manning. Again, unless he's there in round 12, and I'll take a flyer, but
take a shot.
He's not going to be there.
Okay.
What do you got?
My QB duds, actually similar to the Peyton Manning thing, Michael Vick.
Oh.
In the words of PE, can't trust it. You can't. Look, Michael Vick has been injured. He's already been injured twice this preseason.
Yeah.
And although he's supposed to start the first regular season game, the way he plays begets injuries, and I just wouldn't want to take a flyer on a quarterback like him, just for that reason. That's enough, I think. The other one, also, a quarterback who doesn't play 100%. He plays most of his games, but he plays most of them at less than 100%. So how productive will he be? And that's Ben Roethlisberger. We've seen it. We've seen him limp out to the field, say, "Yeah, coach, put me in. I don't want to leave the game," and then lose the playoff game to Tim Tebow. So I don't trust that either. Those are the duds in the quarterback category.
I've done probably 300 mock drafts, and I don't think I've ever had Ben Roethlisberger on any of my...
Awesome.
Yeah.
So people are already on the dud wagon.
Yeah, he just doesn't excite me whatsoever.
Good.
I'll take a shot with Michael Vick because of the upside at times,
True.
but...
Big Ben?
Not Big Ben.
Not a question. Good.
All right, running backs. And I think we've got some similar ones here.
Yes.
And they're all, for me, the first 2 anyway, Ryan Matthews, Darren McFadden, injury risks. I just can't do it. Darren McFadden is a beast.
McHaffen?
As Emmanuel likes to call him, McHaffen.
Half a season.
For half a season, he's gonna win you games. Yeah. It's that second half that I'm not comfortable with.
No.
I'd much rather have someone.
Matt Forte?
Yeah, Matt Forte for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the 2?
Yeah, I mean Sean Green, but that's a given.
Okay. I agree with him. Darren McHaffen was on the top of my list. I will also say Trent Richardson. Dog pound doo-doo. No offense to you Cleveland fans out there. But if they get the opportunity to run it in Cleveland, it will be with the rookie who missed valuable training camp time and all the preseason games on his recently scoped knee. Now, if you want to take a chance on that, that's cool. And I'd love to be in your league. But I'm not going to do it. So I would list him as a dud. And those are my 2 duds.
You got it.
Running backs.
Talk to me about your wide receivers.
Wide receiver. Stevie Johnson. Still concerned more about fashion than about catching. And until he switches it up, takes off those glasses, and gets ready to play the game, I'm not drafting him. Other one. Andre Johnson. Oh, man. Scott, you want to handle this one?
You know what? Andre Johnson has not had double-digit touchdowns in any season he's played in. He's being drafted like a 10th or 11th, people. Why? Dud.
Oh, yes.
Dud.
Yeah. That's old news, old reasons why people just can't get out of his mind. Andre Johnson was just an awesome... And he is awesome when he's not injured, but he
gets hurt, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
you got another one there?
Well, I had Miles Austin.
Yeah, it's injury prone. Okay, great.
Injury prone, again.
My other one's Mike Wallace, just because who knows if he's even going to play this year. So
actually, I heard he might show up.
Yeah?
The chance,
show up?
Yeah, that he's should be showing up next week. But we'll
keep an eye on that. If he does show up, I'm still not taking him. He's round 2, round 3. I'm still not taking him there.
No.
Not until he proves something to me.
All
right, tight ends. Antonio Gates already mentioned it. He's getting old. He just doesn't have the mobility he used to have. And then Dallas Witten, who, man, I don't know if he plays anytime soon with that spleen injury.
Wow. Interesting. We both concur on the Witten. I say, ¿Cómo se dice spleen en español? Anyway,
I swear next time I'll read over his notes.
Anyway, but Antonio Gates, we happen to differ. Antonio claims that he's the healthiest he's been in 3 seasons, and he has looked pretty good in this offseason. Excuse me, in the preseason games this year. And as you mentioned, Philip Rivers doesn't have many other options.
He does not. That's true. He may be going there a lot.
That may lead to Gates having a better season than he's had in the last few years. So that's it.
All right, you want to talk about some do's and don'ts for you?
Do's and don'ts.
Is this of the draft?
This is do's and don'ts of the draft.
All right, so this is a little side.
A little bonus segment for the end of the duds here. It's actually mostly don'ts.
Okay, great.
As I see it, so it's perfect for the dud section. Don't forget bye weeks.
I forget them all. I don't care.
A lot of people get real happy, like, ooh, I got the best team. Wait a minute, I have 5 players on bye. It
doesn't matter. I'll take 8 players on a bye and lose 1 week.
Okie dokie. There's one strategy. Also, don't forget about handcuffs. If you're grabbing an RB that is injury prone, or just is an RB that's on a great team that's going to do well, and you know their backup is good, i.e. Arian Foster, go ahead and grab Ben Tate. Yeah. Ben Tate's going to get you some nice points in the flex anyway.
Adrian Peterson,
grab Toby Gerhart. I know these are basics, but we're trying to give it to you solid and straight. Another one, if you go for a risky QB, grab a reasonable backup, a conservative backup perhaps. If you grab like a Vic,
Michael Vick, yeah.
Maybe you grab an Andrew Luck. You know, if you grab a Roethlisberger, I don't know why you do that, but if you did, maybe you grab not a Stafford, I'm thinking
RG3 maybe,
or Matt Schaub.
Matt Schaub, yeah.
You know, something like that. But anyway, cover your bases if you're taking a risk. Make sure you have another position on the roster that's going to back up that risk.
Can we please get to your last one?
And the last one. Don't be distracted. People at drafts, especially the veterans, will mess with you if you're new to a league. Do not be distracted by food, fools, or flirts. That's right, because we have co-ed leagues now. So, you know what? Don't be fooled. And don't let fools distract you, and don't let the food or the beer.